Alright, man, peace. Let's get into it. We have a lot to talk about on this Final Four Friday, April 4th, 2025, episode 271 of the D-Lo Show. It's a lot of F's to get this day started, but Denzel Crocker will not be proud of the way F's are formulated in this freaking session. That's clear my throat. Well, what I mean by that succession is Final Four. Everybody in this Final Four for both genders is a 1 seed, except for UConn, who are usually the 1 seed, but due to USC losing to them in the Elite Eight, thanks to no Juju burn, we have this damn near historic event shot down with both genders having 1 seeds, but it's okay. All right, let's start with the ladies because they're on tonight. They start at 7 o'clock on the dot. From Friday to Monday, we will have all March of the Madness. All right, first, we got Texas, number 1 seed, taking on South Carolina, the other 1 seed. They're going to be in Florida for this one. I'm going to lean towards South Carolina. They have a little bit more depth. Texas, they're going to have to really rely on Booker, and they're going to have to really get into it. South Carolina has a little more depth, and I think that might give him the slight edge. Unless Booker just goes ballistic and says, just give me the ball and get out my way. Which I can see her doing it, because she has like 20 and like 9 or 20 and 10. She's a beast. I'm going with South Carolina. And the 9:30 matchup, we had the battle of the U's, UConn versus UCLA. Both top programs got top white guards, got good bigs, and they are ready to pounce on each other in Florida too. Both teams got to deal with something tricky on this squad. UCLA got to deal with, of course, Paige Beckers and how she can orchestrate a whole offense. She can by facilitating, score her tail off, or play some knockdown defense. She can do it in those 3 facets. While you see UConn is going to have to contend with the size of Lauren Best. They rarely go against girls that's her size and that skilled. So they got the real workout cut out for them for that one, for that matchup. Guard battle gonna be nice, seeing Rice and Buckers, and center match between Strong and Betts is gonna be very intriguing. Let's see if the young girl she got to put on her big girl shoes on tonight. You know what I'm saying? She got to strap her shoes in. Out of that, I'm leaning towards UConn for the win. Something about them boys, or them gals. It's hard back against Gino, and I'm leaning towards them. So my finals, I got UConn and South Carolina. I'm leaning towards UConn for the championship. I think UConn's going to win this one out. These 4 are going to be lit. Well, these 4 teams are going to be lit. These 3 games are going to be lit, and they're going to be on Sunday afternoon in the hood. That's what I like to see. You know what's funny about the women's side? They transitioned real quick from college to the pros. And it wasn't until last year that anybody really paid attention to it. I find it freaking hilarious. I just found it funny. Because the draft is late, it's like 3 weeks from now. I think it's like the 20th or something. I think it's like the last week of April. I just find it funny. The difference a year makes in the draft. I just thought about it. I'm like, we should look at that. We'll get back to the W. We'll get back to, excuse me. We'll put a pin on the women's side. We'll come back to them in a second. But we got to get to the men's side before we talk about our tragedy news we just announced, we just seen. All right, on the men's side, we have all number 1 seeds. Houston, Duke, Florida, and Alabama. They all made it to the Final Four, and they are ready to take notice of them being champions. 3 of my brackets, I got the number one seeds, Florida, Duke, and Houston. My one I didn't have was UConn, which was the one I had recorded. But it's alright. It's alright. We're good. Three of them, I got one of them. I got three of them right. Two of them, I got two right. So I'm cool with that. Alright. So we got Florida and Auburn. That's what I'm going to say. Auburn, not Alabama. Auburn. They're the number one seeds. I have Florida winning it over them. I think from the size, they beat my Terps, and they seem pretty balanced. So I'm going with them Gators. And for Duke and Houston, I'm leaning towards the Dukies. It's not just a flag experience, but they got another good size in their front court as well that can match well with Florida and Duke in the national championship game. Ooh, that'll be a good one. And in one of the brackets, I gotta flip a coin. Wait, I gotta flip something, cause one I got Duke and one I got Florida. So I'm gonna use these index cards here. I didn't open the pack yet. The front is gonna say index cards. It's gonna be Florida. The back half is naked. It's gonna be Duke, cause fuck Duke. Yay, I picked Florida. Good. Florida wins. I'm going with Florida. So, yeah, I only did that because, yeah, I got that. So, Florida and UConn are going to be national champions. So, the Huskies will be a champion still, but just on the ladies' side because it's been a while for them. They're used to that. And they will love that. And now we can transition to the thing that made me sad today, where I woke up with sadness. Miss Elena Della Donne, you are a legend. You have finally announced, after a year of being away because it was your Lyme disease, you finally retired. You decided to hang up. You say, you know what? I'm done with this thing. And she calls it quits. 11-year career. She's mainly on the Chicago Sky the first 5 years of career, through 4 years. 2013, she got drafted. Then got traded and went and had a great second part with us in DC. She got us a championship. We loved her for that. She's always been a Mystics legend for that. Even then, there were some things I didn't know about her. One I didn't know is that she did volleyball her first year. She went into volleyball. She went to UConn. She's supposed to go to UConn. But when she was there, she missed her home. She's from Delaware, next state over from my state. She went to she said, you know, I can't be away from my family and gotta be closer. And she had a sibling, Lizzie, who has special needs. She has cerebral palsy and autism, double. So she got both. And she's like, I can't be away from my sister and focus on trying to be hoopers. So she went local. Did U Delaware. We've been down there before. A couple times. She went down there. And she didn't hoop first. She went to do volleyball, which interested me. I was like, really? But that was surprising because volleyball and hoopers can transition, you know. Same with track and field and football. That's how I call the equivalent version of that one. Volleyball and basketball for the ladies, track and field and football for the dudes. That's similar to it. Either way, she did that for a year. She did well. She even got them winning a conference tournament. So that's told you she's a winner no matter the environment. But then she's like, all right, I'm going to go hoop. All right. And in college, well, goddamn, that's why I heard of her way back then. And she was at like 25 a game. Like she averaged 26 the freshman year, 8 boards, 25 then at 8 the second time with 2 blocks. Then in Delaware, 2011, I heard about her 2010, 2011. I see she had like 25. I was like, damn, she was like going crazy. Then 28 and 10 and 2, then 26 and 9, like, well, not 8.5. But she was a beast at college, and One of the games I think this the game that put her on the map, and I actually Jane remember this one. It was when she went off against Jane Madison. She got 54. That was the first time I heard of her name. And I was like, damn. They lost, but she still went crazy. I was like, damn. And I remember this because at the time, I used to go a lot. I used to go a lot of Towson games. So one time with the Towson, and they were not playing Delaware. I was mad, but they was playing another team, and they was talking, and people I was with, and talking about, yeah, Della, this girl, you ever this girl, Elena Della Donne, she went off. Like, she was going crazy back then. But the thing that always held her back, the only thing that only held her back was that Lyme disease. And I didn't know it affected this early. She had Lyme disease, but it came to her sophomore year. Like, during her sophomore year, she started to feel like flu-like symptoms. Then once they did some testing, they figured out after getting against Penn State, they did some testing and figured what was the problem with this, and it was Lyme disease. And she's been dealing with that, bound out, and it came back to her at several different times in her career, not just in the league, but of course in college where it starts. She went against my Terps. She went off against, she was the high girl for her squad. She had 19, but Maryland is Maryland, you know, we do. But she won all 4 years. In all 4 years, she did get her team to the NCAA tournament. They've been there twice. This last one, her senior, they won the tournament, the Colonial tournament, and then they went to the tournament and knocked off 2 SEC Big 12 opponents, whichever one they want to be called now. West Virginia and the Dukies. I mean, North Carolina. My bad. The Tar Heels. But, you know, that was all they needed. Because Della Donne, all she needed to do was go pro. And she did that for the Sky. She went to Chicago. Her and Griner were number 1 and 2. I remember that. Because Griner went number 1. And then Della Donne went number 2 right after. It was a little debate for a little minute, but at that time it was a little debate. But it was like, you know, who you at, Griner or Della Donne? Griner had the main edge because she was 6'9". Like, that ain't no broad that tall. And could at least yam a little bit. Ay! Even though there was ring grazers, she can yam. Ay! You know, she took over with her and Della Donne. But Della Donne was like right behind her. Either way, she won Rookie of the Year despite doing that. She had a hell of a good season. She had 18 points, 5 boards, averaged in there 2 assists and 2 blocks, and gave 43% from 3. That was the thing about Della Donne. She was 92% from the line. She was always on par with a free throw shooting. Like, if I need free throws to save my life, I'm going with Della Donne. Her peak and for MVP, first one in Chicago, she averaged 23 and 8 with 2 blocks for the steal, and played all her games. Averaged 33 minutes, 95 from the free throw line, 46 from the field, but 95 is whew. And she led her team to a good success. Lyme disease caught her second year, but she led the league in score, which she won MVP, and third in the league in rebounding, and scored 38 out of 39 first place votes. So, yeah, she was cold-blooded. Eventually, her time with the Sky ended, and she had to get surgery on her thumb, which ended her year. It ended her time in Chicago. But in that offseason, DC was blessed and graced with the trade of all trades, where we trade Stephanie Dolson, Kalia Coppin, the second overall pick from us, to Chicago Sky for Della Donne. What a haul we gave. And then Stephanie just ended up coming back anyway. Ain't that some shit? Cool. I remember it was hype. They had a lot of signs for Della Donne. Not in my city, but down DC. It was a big talk. He was ready for it. And she led up with a bang, with a good spark, with a high 26 against the formerly debunked San Antonio Stars. Thank goodness. And her time in DC was very eventful. She got her second MVP and achieved one of the rarest feats in basketball, a 50-40-90 season. On that 50-40-90 season, she had 19.5, 8.3 boards, 2 assists, a block, half a steal, 51 from the field, 43 from the three-point line, and 97% from the foul strike. Whew. 97 is deadly. And in that year, the improbable happened. We won the meanest run of our lives. And we knocked out the Connecticut Sun in the finals to take on the championship of the WNBA. She was a trooper through that series. She had to deal with back spasms throughout the rest of the championship series, but she still gutted it out and still pull out the championship victory, and we got it. So shout out to Della Donne for that. And good timing, too, because COVID happened right after that. So she sat out the whole year. I already knew that was going to happen because she had the Lyme disease. So without Della Donne, we struggled. And ever since then, we haven't been the same. When COVID happened and Della Donne took a break, we haven't been the same. She came back, of course. She came back for a couple times in 2021, in 2022, obviously, in 23. She came back, obviously, but the team wasn't the same. And we had a lot of people change around and stuff. And yeah, and last year, February 24, she was set away from the game. Her disease was taking over a little bit more, and she didn't want to give DC. No, she was like, I don't want to take it because I don't know if I'm going to be all the way equipped and ready for this season. So she stepped away for the game, took time to celebrate her people, her family, and eventually, a year later, she announced she's retiring. I was like, ooh. And it shocked us this morning. I was like, well, damn, no. But I understand, because, outside circumstances affected her. So, unlike a lot of girls, she didn't go overseas because she was caring for her sister, Lizzie, which is cool. And she only did a little bit, and she only did it for a little bit because of the Lyme disease. It caught up to her in that time period, which sucks again. She played for the national team. She did win the gold back in 2016. We was up there in the Summer Olympics, so that's good. At least she got that. She has a lot on her resume. She is definitely a Hall of Famer. Let's just go through the resume, man. Let's just go through it. I'm just salivating at it. She was MVP, a two-time MVP, a WNBA champion, and most likely Finals MVP, right? Let me see that. Who won Finals MVP? They had those, right? Let me see. All right, who? I already know Ariel was part of the squadron. Yeah. Oh, man. Dora the Explorer. So, all right. Well, she was. I don't know if they didn't, but whatever. But two-time Finals MVP, two-time MVP, 7-time All-Star, 4-time first-team WNBA, 1-time second team, was part of the 25th anniversary team, And I think she's the only one that's in that 50, 40, 90 club. Because all the others are Larry, Bird, Reggie, Nash, I think Mark Price, and a couple other cats too. Kyrie, and I think a couple people I'm missing too. She's from Rookie of the Year, first team all rookie, all rookie team. Two-time All-American at college. Two-time first team All-American. Third team all in her sophomore year or freshman, one of these. And Conference All-American Player of the Year 3 times. And Fresher of the Year. 4-time Colonial Conference. I keep forgetting this. It threw me off. CAA, I just think it's something else. That always throws me off. But either way, she's NCAA scoring leader and had a scoring title in the league. So she won a rare that had both a scoring title in both associations. Well, the pro and the college game. But shout out to Della Donne, man. She's a whole... I forgot a World Cup in 2018. For whatever the universe side, whatever that is. Either way, she's a legend, man. Hell yeah. She was one of the people that talked about a lot, but once you see her games, like, oh yeah, she's a whole beast. So we're gonna be a lot of missing the Sonic Cat was crazy. But she is. We're gonna miss her again, DC. But Miami and the sports, they gonna miss her because they made her a special ambassador towards Miami and the sports, so she can help both the Mystics and the Wizards. So that's nice for her. That's good. I don't know how that's gonna do in the front office aspect of it, but hey, gotta get how you live, fam. What are we gonna talk about with this one? I was gonna toss. My phone is down, and my phone is down bad, so I'm gonna go. We're gonna go through some scores in the NBA before we get to wrestling, because we have a pay-per-view coming up, and on Sunday, I'll say that. And I need to get to the games that was from yesterday. What the hell? And we are on Overwatch. Alexander Ovechkin, Bands and Make Her Dance, is ready to get a record. He's closing in on a record. He's need 4 more goals to get to the all-time goal getter. Who knew we watched 2 greats all-time records get broken? Never thought we'd see that. For hockey fans, it's probably the second time, especially it was way back when Rain did it. I think when he did it, I was like 3 or something, 2 or 3. Even I was a young boy. And what the hell? Where the hell's the boys? Either way, it is going to be a dazzling race for Ovi to get his. We're going to be watching, and we're going to be in tune. Because bands will make her dance. Bands will make her dance. He loves that motherfucking song. Okay. Wow, this kid's being an asshole. I gotta talk about Giannis did. Holy cow. I started the Bucks and Sixers in Philly. Bucks won 126-113, a dominant comeback fashion. The first quarter was a hot one for the Sixers, but then Milwaukee just imposed their will and dominated the rest of the 3 quarters, especially the second quarter. And Giannis, my word, was you angry, brother? 35 points, 20 assists, 17 rebounds, and 2 steals. 12 of 19 from the field, 10 of 11 from the free throw line. Back-to-back good free throw shooting nights, Giannis. Holy shit. Wow. Brooke Lopez, 17 points, 3 blocks, made himself known in the paint. Kuzma 16, 3 blocks in the steal. Same with him. Taurean Prince 13 with a steal. And Ryan Reynolds, who's dabbling in for Dame, with 10 points, leading out the rotation. And Gary Trent 13 and 3 steals off the bench, with AJ Green splashing all 4 of his Curry balls. He only shoots from there. He don't shoot from nowhere else. Damn, Milwaukee was on fire. 56 from the field, 51 from the 3-point line. Curry landed, but 18 and 27 from the free throw is nasty work. And all that did not come from Giannis. He only missed 1 free throw. Kuz was 2 of 6. Brook was 1 of 3. And Gary missed a free throw too. And so did Taurean. So, but damn, 20 of the he had 20 of the team's 32 assists. That is insane. Wow. I know his usage rate was ballooned after this one. As for the Sixers, Quentin Grimes up the way, 24 points, 10 assists in the steal. Try to match. Adam Bonner, 28 points, 6 boards, 3 blocks, 2 steals on 13 of 15 shooting. Nice. 2 of 5, 2 of 3 from the free throw line. Not bad either. And then Gerson Yabusele, 22 points, 6 boards, and a steal. Jared Butler, 14 and 4 assists, steal and a block. Try to do as much as they can, but it's not enough. Damn. About Giannis, though, 20 assists? I did not expect that one. That was a surprise to me. Well, because of him and Dame, I hope Dame can come back in this playoff stretch. They're going to need all hands on deck as best as they can. Let's go to the next one. Wiz, y'all hold the home porch down? No. We lost to Atlanta 109-97. Well, we're at 60 losses now. 5 games left, fellas. We already got more than last year. A pile of the way, 33 points, 18 rebounds, 8 assists, and a block. What the heck? Franz, 27 points, 5 and 5 with a steal. KCP with 13 and 5 assists, 2 steals, and a block. Wendell, 10 and 7 boards. Jeez Louise. I didn't expect that, Paolo. Now I'm really angry that I didn't make the finals, because we would have been ballistic, but it's whatever. But you know what I'm proud of, DC? Bob Carrington. He went off for 32 points. 12 of 18 shooting, 7 of 10 from Curry land, and was 1-1 from the free throw line. So I need my brother. 9 boards, 7 assists. And he only turned him over once? Impressive. I likes it a lot. Marcus Smart got the start. 12 points. 3 boards. That's all you need to do. Splash with a couple curries. That's all. AJ Johnson, 11 points, 4 boards, and a block. Alex Sarr, 10 points, 6 boards, 6 assists, and a steal. Shot crazy, 4 of 16. But oh well. Pip pip the diddly do. Yeah, that's why I figure his minutes be all weird. But yeah, surprisingly, he shoot a hoist ton of threes. Well, sort of. But, oh well, he's going to lose anyway. Either way, Orlando trying to get the 40 wins. I don't think DC can get the 20 wins by the end of this year because, you know, how we are. Heat in Memphis, in Miami, and it's the Grizzlies that eat this one out. 110-108. They saw Ja Morant game sealing, winning, floating in the paint to help them boys get ahead. And he led the way, 30 points, 5 boards, and a steal. Bane with 17, 9 boards, 6 assists, and a steal. Jaren and Jalen both ended with 13 points. But Jalen ended with more rebounds to you. 7 boards. How do you ever get rebounds, Jaren? Yo is allergic to rebounds. But yeah, 4 rebounds, 2 blocks, and a steal. No, I make block shots. That makes up for it, right? Like, right. Barely. And Scottie Pippen Jr. 17.7 assists. Tough. 2 steals and a block. Yeah, that's what I thought it was. I don't know what's up with John the Blickies. I don't know. He loves to tote them joints. He loves to freaking tote a blicky. I don't know what it is. He loves them. Damn, higher hero. He needed some help as a hero. 35 points, 9 boards, 4 assists, and a block. Bam, 26.7 boards, 5 assists, 2 blocks, and a steal. Khalil Ware, 13 points, 15 boards, and 3 blocks. God damn, he hoisting Curry's now? 2 or 4? And Davion with 11 and 7 assists, 3 steals off the bench. Well, he ain't shoot crazy. 41 from the field. But you shot a little better from the Curry land, a bit better, which was 42%, which, a little crazy, but ain't that real. And the Grizzlies sweep the Heat in the season series. It's 2-0. All right, next we have the Timberwolves taking on the Nets in Brooklyn. Minnesota wins 105-90. Ant led the way, 28 points, 5 boards, 2 steals, and a block. Rudy Gobert. Oh, he's not dealing with Jokic this time, so he can finally go ham sandwich. 21 points, 18 rebounds, 2 blocks. Nas Reed back from his suspension, 13 points off the bench with a block. Julius Randle, 11 points, 8 boards, 4 assists. And Nikhil Alexander-Walker, 13 off the bench, 5 assists, 4 boards, 3 blocks, and a steal. What a stat sheet stuffer performance he did out to his boys. And, yeah, it's good. Good bench work. Good. Everybody got some participation. I got a little exercise, except Joe Ingles. As for Brooklyn, Nick Claxton led the way. 18 points, 6 boards, 5 assists, 2 steals on 9 of 10 shooting. Okay. I like that. Dariq Whitehead, 17 points, 3 boards off the bench. I ain't seen him in a minute. Tosan Evo Boam, 13 points off the bench, 8 boards and a steal. He just came back. He just had to come back, 'cause I ain't seen him in a while. I tweeted something. Trenton Wofford, 11 points, 5 boards, 5 assists. Okay. Maxwell Lewis, 10 points, 6 boards. Okay, Maxwell. You want to get very cheap. Oh, boy, D'Angelo. You sure you don't want to... I don't think LA will take you back. You sure you don't want to play the brand of basketball you play? Because you dropped an 0 for 6. 0 for 4 for Curry. Like, you couldn't make nothing, boy. Nothing. And only 1 assist and 2 turnovers. Ew. How you have a +1? I guess he went out early, too. So, that's not good. That means he tweaked something bad. Really, really bad. Or he got benched. Yeah, he tweaked something. Let's see. Yeah. Well, yeah, they went in there for numbers. Well, it's like, nope. You can go down. Like, nope. It's like, yep, you're over. We can go. So they got 5 games left too. No, Brooklyn does. Oh well. It's a tragedy for them, but not really. And last 2, we have Portlandia beating the Toronto Raptors 112-103. Yeah. Portlandia led by Sharp again. He went ballistic. 36 points, 7 boards, 5 assists, 2 steals. Nice. Denny, 26 and 15 boards, 6 assists, 2 steals, 2 blocks. Certain turns is a little outrageous, but we'll let it slide. Delano Banton, 23 points. He ain't do shit but dish. Well, score, that's all he did. God, man, 2 of 10 from Curry. Boy, god damn, bruh. I was like, god damn. 10 of 34 from 3, but at least y'all shot 48%. And 18 and 20 from the line is very good. Very, very good. Very good. And Klingon, 13 boards, 3 blocks, and a steal, holding down the porch in the paint. As Toronto, that's a lot of guys in double figures, but cannot avoid being swept by the Portlandia. RJ led the way, 18 points, 5 boards, 4 assists, 3 steals, and a block. Filled everything. Ochai Agbaji, 15 off the bench, 2 steals. Orlando Robinson, 14 points, 5 boards, and a steal. AJ Lawson, 13, 2 steals. Jamal Shed, 10 points, 2 steals. And Jonathan Mogbo, 10 points, 5 assists, and a steal. Yeah, had a lot of. They doing weird with their rotation. One day, their star plays. The next day, or they doing a back-to-back. You gonna take a day off, fam? You good? I know you good. It's weird, that shit. I don't get it, but it's a new era we're in. On again, off again. On again, off again. Can't you see that I'm trying to get in the flow, my man? Wake you down. In here, up again, off again. On again, off again. Speaking of on again, off again, the Warriors are on again, and they beat the Lakers in LA 123-116 in a high-scoring affair. He had some Curry bombs flowing. He had no 37 points, followed up his 52 performance. 10 of 21 from the field, 4-11 from Curryland, 13 of 14 from the free throw line, and had 6 assists and 3 rebounds. Nice. Brandon Podziemski, 28 points, 8 boards, 6 assists, and a steal. 10 of 17 shooting. 8 of them business for Curry Browns. Okay, Pold. Okay, Pie, you had to get on for the squadron. Kuminga off the bench, 6-man, were 18 points, 9 boards, 4 assists, and a block. Nice, 7 of 12 shooting. Very efficient. Moses Moody, 13 points, perfect from the line. All of his shots were Curry bounds, 3 assists in that lane, 3 of 7 total. He had to miss one. And Jimmy Buckets, 11 points, 3 steals, 4 boards. He ain't got to do shit. Jimmy can just do everything else. Curry can do all the scoring. Jimmy can do all the facilitating, defending, and help out and drain on the boards. He had 11 boards with 5 assists in the block. Shout out to Dre. And he shot good from the field and from the Curry line. And 83% from the free throw line. And of course, the big three. Ooh. They do their thing. And really, Bron had 33 points, 9 assists, 5 boards, steal, and a block. Reeves, 31 points, 6 boards, and a steal. Luka had 24 points, 6 boards, or 9 of 15 shooting. Nice. And Luka, who was the cold man out of the rotation, except for Hayes, only shot 4 times. He had 19 points, 8 boards, 7 assists, and a block. Shot 6 of 17 from the field. 0 for 6 from Curryland. Pulled a whole D'Angelo Russell, too. And the Warriors avoid getting swept by the Lakers. They beat them all 3 times prior. They didn't think about that. But, hey, what difference Jimmy Buckets makes? He get a win. Hey, okay, good win. He's still getting burned in the rotation. I likes that. Good. He ain't treated like as a fucking extra. Like, hey, you can sit on the bench. Good. Good. All right, let's go through these games. Kings and Hornets in Charlotte. Can Charlotte get the 20 wins? Or the Kings try to keep themselves from going under 500, finishing the 500 of the season? I'm going to the Kings. Fuck it. Pacers and Jazz in Indianapolis. What a weird matchup late in the season. I'll go with the Pacers. Celtics and Suns. I'm going to say, why are they on ESPN? Now I thought the ladies are on there. I'm going to go with Boston anyway, though. So, yeah. Detroit basketball going to Toronto. I think they might have the starters back in this day. But even still, I'm going with Detroit basketball for the win. Next, we have Portland and Chicago. They've been all over the place, all in the freaking race, but I'm glad they ain't really got to stress. The East is a damn cesspool and ain't got no competition. It's a freaking mess. Chicago. Portland ain't gonna need a lot of help, but I don't think they can make it. So I'm gonna go with Chicago for the win. Ooh, Houston OKC tonight. Ooh, I got a couple matches to watch. I'm leaning to more OKC in that one. Houston had 50 wins, though. Shout out to them. Most improved team. Houston and Detroit are the most improved teams of the year. In terms of Detroit, probably number 1, and then Houston's my number 2. I didn't expect them to get 50 wins, though. So they're like close to number 2 in that regard. Cleveland and San Antonio. No, I don't want tickets. I'm going to go with the Cavaliers. Ooh, Nuggets and Warriors at 10 o'clock. Ooh, that's a big matchup for them. For both teams. Denver's, I think, the 3rd seed. And the Warriors are like in a log jam. It's like 4 teams for 5th, possibly 3rd, 4th, all them places. It's very tight in the Western Conference. Feel like kind of like the old days, but not like the old days. You know what I'm saying? It kind of feel like the old days a little bit. But I see it's not, don't feel like the old days because you had the 9 and 10 seeds. If this was the old days, we would already had this shit settled down. We wouldn't have to worry about the 9 and 10 seed at all. If this was the old days, I think Memphis would be the 8th seed and we just had to live with it. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing about the old days. It's the old days, though. Real shit. But I'm going with... Damn. I'm going with Denver, though. Fuck, I'm going to go with the Nuggets. Let's come on back-to-back. You know how they want to do on the back-to-back tip. And last but not least, New Orleans and Los Angeles. I would pick out New Orleans because they're on for back-to-back. The Lakers are, but they don't got no Zion, no CJ, no Ingram because he's traded away, no Trey Murphy, no Herb. You know what I'm saying? If y'all lose to Kelly Olynyk and Yves Missy, if Kelly Olynyk goes off of you guys, I'll be like, this motherfucker Kelly Olynyk again. He's done it again. Taking away the shine from a hot team. This ain't the first time he's done that. And it won't be the last. Because he's known for that. And then the last, very, very last. Good thing the Clippers got their own home stadium. Because they're going to host the Mavericks into it, though. Good thing AD's back. But, ooh, AD versus Kawhi? Kawhi, he might need a... I don't know, Kawhi won't play the 4 against AD. Because I know Gaff's back. They got their bigs back. Lively not playing tonight, though. But they got their bigs back. I don't know Kawhi won't play a 4. He might have to slide at 3 like the old days. He might have to slide at the 3. Shit, how hard run the point. Fucking no one running 2 or done. Then you got Kawhi at the 3. And then Zubac at the 5. And they're going to have to throw whoever at the 4 again. They're going to have to throw whoever's at the 4. I'm going to the Clippers, though, because I think they can get it out. Because they're not... The Mavs are strong in the front court, but their back court is not as equipped as they would love to have it. So I'm going to go with the Clippers in Los Angeles. Anywho, that's what we got. All right. No, I'm going to say this again. I'm a little lit for Dynasty. I'm not that super lit, but I'm with it. All right. Let's go on this card real quick. They announced a lot of their matches already. We had the big one. The two big ones, Swerve and Moxley. Moxley has defended the world title against Swerve. They had a mixed tag match to start the show. Team Moxley and Marina versus Swerve and Willow. Great match. And Willow won with the Babe Powerbomb. She had to go through a table too. And it looked like it hurt like hell. Cause damn. But good face, she got her payback pushing Moxley to that table. And then hit her with the powerbomb. After Swerve kicked Marina right in the side of the head, hitting her with the house call. I was like, God damn. Knocking her out silly. Then hit the powerbomb. Boom. For the win. Yay. Good job, Willow. Yay. And it was all celebration, good times until Monsters get there, just fucking hit him with the death rod, hit him with the DDT. I'm like, damn. The way he did, it was kind of like the old Dean Ambrose way. It was kind of like he was looking around, looking for his girl, like, shit. Then he sees Willow, kicking her in the gut, DDT. I was like, damn, I felt like Dean Ambrose right there. I felt like Dean Ambrose right there. But all throughout the night, we try to get no update for Willowkins pool. But Swerve and Hangman, they go face to face, nose to nose, damn near. He's like, "You son of a bitch! You been in my house. You burned my down, and you deserved it." He's like, and I know it. I was like, "Huh?" They froze for a second. He was like, "You said what?" He said, "I know what I did, and I deserved it." I was like, wow. Accountability, Swerve. Time to do that to you. So he's on his prowl, still looking for Moxley. Nana went on because he's like, "Boss, you need to worry about this thing on Sunday. Don't worry about it tonight." Like, man, fuck that. This motherfucker did Willow like that. Fuck that. We gonna get this son of a bitch. Like, fine, boss. You go do your thing. And he walked off. I was like, damn. So he's on his pursuit, looking more, and boom! The white tees come out of nowhere, bank the hell out of him, and they push him through something where like it's like a little glass, like one of those book frames, glass things. But boom, it was glass. Boom, he goes through that. Then they get more glass. They dragged his tail feather to the ring, got more glass, poured it out in the ring. Then Claudio powerbombs Swerve onto those glass. And that hurt like hell. Ouch. But Swerve stands tall, coming to his feet, even with glass in his back, which that hurt like hell too. I want to say Swerve for the win, but I have a feeling Mouse is going to retain. I want Swerve to win, but I'm going with Mox. For some reason, I feel a retain, and it's going to be by the skin of his two fists, or Heyman's going to cost him the title. One of those two things happen, and I don't want that to happen, but it might happen. We'll see. I'm going Mox. We'll go for you, Swerve. Get it done, sir. Our timeless Toni Storm defending her women's title against the Megasis, Megan Bayne. Toni had a match against Penelope on Dynamite, which is a good match. Penelope really showing her skills ever since she came back. And I've never seen this before. A person gets bit on the tongue by the licky. Interesting. Very interesting circumstances I never thought I'd see in my life. But Toni with the win and Megan Bayne. When she came out, checking on Penelope, I said, damn. Wow. I know where I need to get my milk at now next week. Ooh, this is very tough. This is something you should save it for all ends, honey. I'm not even gonna hold you, Chief. I'm not even gonna hold you unless you got something bigger. I'm going with Tony for the retain. It's going by the skin of her toofuses. Or her titty milk. Where the hell she want to say? Some gay banter. After that, I'm going to go with Miss Timeless one. This going to be interesting. I'm intrigued about this one the most because it was a little quick for Megan to get a title shot. She only been here, 2 months? She's got here in January. Was in the Casino Gauntlet. Had a couple bangers with Chris Stat. Beat Thunder Rosa down. And then befriended Penelope Ford. And pinned the champ. So she's done a lot in short succession. But I think you could have saved this. A little bit for double or nothing. But we'll see. I'm going with Miss Storm to retain. Three-way dance for International Chase to Kenny Omega. He's defending title against two corny motherfuckers, Rick O'Shea and Speedball Mike Bailey. Ricochet is getting married to Sam, so he's the least corny of them all. So we'll give him off the list. We'll get him out of the way. I will not be surprised if this is a transitional change for Ricochet. I will not be surprised. I won't be. Because this feels Kenny, I know he just got it, but I will not be surprised they put the streetway so that they can get the belt off Kenny so that they can get Kenny and Mox. I'm not surprised. I will not be surprised if that's double nothing too. Kenny and Moxley. I will not be surprised. Because I feel they want to give Ricochet something and then like Speedball, you know, but like you can take this out early, right? You can be alright. So I'm gonna go with Kenny to retain, but I'm keeping the back of my head the Ricochet winning this one in transitional style. So I'm going to go with Kenny for the W. But if Ricochet wins, I won't be shocked at all. Because I called it. Speaking of calling, Trios titles for the AEW Trios titles. That was a lot. The White Tee Combat Club, Claudio Pack and Willie Uter, they take on Ray FTR, Edge, Cash, and Dax. Who gonna smash them? Edge got the win for the Ray FTR squad on Dynamite main event. It was a cool little match against Claudio. Dax got the L against Uter, and we know what happened. He pushed down Cash, and Cash is feeling this type of way. And that was not, and the feelings were kept on through into Dynamite. He felt that from Saturday all the way till Wednesday. But they got all in the room. Cash, Dax, Renee, and Paul Turner, the ref. He was about to pay his fine. He said, you know what? I don't want to pay the fine to the AEW company. I want to pay the fine to Mr. Paul Turner himself because I'm a good Southern boy. I want to give him his $10,000 so he can go down there and get some money. Go buy your wife something nice, buy your kids something nice, go on vacation for a little bit, do some other random Southern stuff. That's Southern fashion, right? And he apologized to Paul Turner. He accepted the apology, of course. And you get $10,000. Hey, I'm gonna accept the apology anyway. And it took a while for him to ramble. He rambled and he talked about my bad apologies, but he apologized to his bro Cash, and he tried to get the hug in like we was homies, like it's gonna be easy fix. But he's like, pause for a second, said, I'm not feeling this yet. We can try to go for the trio styles at the pay-per-view, but after that we did talk as a team. I was like, that's not good. Trouble in paradise. Oh boy. I'm going to White Tees retain anyway. I'm going to have the White Tees retain anyway. But either way, FTR could be on the rocks. I think it might explode in this match. Either Cash will get annoyed at Dax for not listening, or Cash and Edge isolate Dax out the mix and he leaves. Either one might dip out this match and say, after this, I'm done. Toodles or deuces or flip the finger up. I will not be surprised. That's what I can expect one way or the other. And I'm going to White Tees retaining their titles. Next, we have Y2J, baby, taking on Bandito. Chris up to 6 in this one, sir. Mask for title. Puts the title on the line. And if Bandito wins, he gets the championship. If he loses, you're going to have to let the mask go, brother. And be unmasked like your brother Gravity is. Which I didn't know they was actually brothers until I looked at it. I was like, oh, really are brothers. That's nice. Where's your Hermosa? I'm going to go with Bandito because that'd be kind of weird. If he's unmasked, Bandito, that means that bounty is going to go shit up to about 20,000. So I want Bandito to win so his bounty don't go up, and I'll be intrigued to want to get in the business to take him out. So, because I can use that $20,000 if that bounty increases. I can use that 10,000. You know what I'm saying? 100. Forget that bounty. 10. I forget whatever. I can use it. I'm going to go with Bandito for the win. He can win that. Daniel Garcia. TNT title. He's going to defend against Adam Cole, baby. They defended a couple times, and the first time was a time limit. Second time was a bunch of chaos and chicane outside, and it cost both of them lose, but no one went out with the victory. So we're going to have to settle this once and for all. No time limits, no outside interference, nobody from the Undisputed Kingdom or Matt or Angelo, nobody from 2.0. I'm feeling Adam Cole, baby. I'm going Adam Cole for the win. They're very similar to each other. Very similar. Build, damn near height, everything except hair. Adam got the long hair, of course. That's the only difference is the hair. But I'm going Cole, baby. Alright, and for tag titles, we have the Hurt People. Yeah, we Hurt People. The Hurt Syndicate, Lashley and Shelton Benjamin. They take on the 2/3 of the Learning Tree, Big Bill and Brian Keith. At least Big Bill gets his rematch to the tag titles. It's been over a year since he got his rematch. And he's got somebody short and black with him. Oh my god, I just thought of that shit. And it feels similar. He's like, he got someone short and black with him. Jesus Christ. The only thing is Ricky a couple of tones lighter than Big Brian Keith. That's the only difference. That's the only difference. And the only reason that Harrison actually was like, alright, we'll give you a title shot, because they just beat the piss out of a couple of jabronis on Dynamite when Lash was like, I don't like you, MJF. Get out of my ring. And he obliged. Thank goodness. I think he did because he know MVP. That's his boy. They go back. Because he didn't. He probably would have tried to swing. Or say, I will knock your teeth down your throat. So like one of the Maxisms. Either way, the Hurt Syndicate are retaining because ain't no way. Ain't no fucking way. They ain't gonna lose to these two. I'm sorry. I ain't even say it like that, but there's no way they're gonna lose yet. So I'm gonna go with her. I'm gonna go with Bobby Shelton. And then we got the Owens Hart Cup tournament. All right, we're gonna combine 2 for 1 special in this one. We're gonna talk about the tournament, talk about who's in it, who's not in it. All right, in the quarterfinals over the Owen Hart Cup, we have Ospreay and Kevin Knight. Hey, okay, Knight. They did a little tag match before this. They took on Blake Christian and Lee Johnson. And they had mutual respect for each other. And after the match, they won as a team. They were announced as one of the matches at Dynamite, or Dynasty. I was like, okay, nice good shit, Kev. Put you on bar, put you on game, and now you look at you now. Look at you now, my man. See what happens when you sign new talent? They get new opportunities. I likes that. I freaking likes that. All right, we have the second. You have 2 Owen Hart It's a hard cut matches on this pay-per-view. For the men's side, yes, Kyle Fletcher and Mark Briscoe. They're tied at 1, so I guess this is their rubber match. Mark got one, I think, in the Continental Classic. Fletcher got his on like a couple months after that on the Collision. And this will be the tiebreaker, or the rubber match, as they say. I'm going Fletcher on that one. I'm going Ospreay to win on that one. To round out the rest of the tourney, Konosuke Takeshita, he got to take on Brody King. Brody had a big meaty men slapping meat match with Lance Archer, and Tony Schiavone was talking crazy. He was talking real crazy. I was like, yo, pause, Tony. He was like, I love the meat. I was like, hey, pause. Tony was talking crazy during his match. I was like, bro, whoa, chill, pause. He was salivating at the meat. I was like, Tony, wow, you're out of order. Wow. Taz had to call him out. I was like, wow, Tony, you really love this meat, huh? He was crazy. He was craving that meat. Oh, that was crazy. And last but not least, the fourth segment, Heyman, he gets another surprise. Actually, last time, it was Jeff Jarrett. Oh, I know we ain't seen Jeff in a minute, but please, let them run it back. Oh my God, that was one of the best AEW matches in their history. Let them run it back. Run it back, Double J. Tie your shoelaces. Dust off them boots. Spit shine them some bitches. And get back in there to get your rematch. Get your payback on Hangman. Get your hay back. You know what I'm saying? Real shit. And I hope this surprise. He got a wild card, so it could be whoever. I don't know when it's going to happen, so surprise, motherfucker, for Heyman. As for the ladies, yeah, Jamie Hayter and Billy Starks, okay. Thunder Rosa and Chris Statlander, okay. Athena versus Harley Cameron, okay. And then Mercedes Moné and Julia Hart, they'll be the first quarterfinal match with the Owen Hart Cup tournament in Dynasty. Of course, Mercedes is going to win, but ooh, what a semi-final matchup. Tony, I can kiss you on the top of the head like the Italians would do. Mwah! What the, Athena and Mercedes, yes, semifinals, I need it. Harley, we know you're going to put a Herculean effort, Harley, but we know what the deal is. We need this. Mercedes the thing. They ain't never crossed paths. They crossed paths a little bit in WWE, but on the same side more than anything. They ain't really go after each other. So I need that 1v1. Like, I would love to have it be in Baltimore, but I know that ain't gonna happen because, circumstances. But if we get a little tease out of the city, oh yes, that's what I'm waiting on. I'm waiting on Athena and Monet. I'm waiting on that. I'm all ears. I'm all ears, eyes, and everything. I'm seeing front row. But they ain't gonna be my city though for that one. Either way, should be intriguing. And then they got a weird tag match the night before this. It's Mercedes and Harley taking on Julia and Athena. I was like, what in a random tag, Jan and Rhea type of shit is this? like, what is this? I was like, alright. Very weird, but weird ass teams. But whatever, either way, we are intrigued to what's happening on Dynasty. So we'll see how that one goes, because looks juicy. The Aaliyah Chorus Center in Philly. And then they come to Baltimore next, man. Yeah, fuck it is, fellas. And they got like a couple of dry dummy. They ain't too far, dummy. I don't know how I feel about WrestleMania, bro. I knew some bullshit was gonna go happen, but I ain't supposed to go down like that. I just saw Raw and NXT, and we'll get the heck up out of here, because I'm just disgusted. The last time they on their European tour, and they're in London to end this one out, Cena starts the show with Cody, and they go back and forth, release all types of bombs. Cena said, I don't bury talent, I bury mediocrity. And Cody, you are the definition of that. I said, Hey, he said he did it because he got tired of what happened to the entire time he was a big face. He can't doing this. He can't doing it. And he broke more of our hearts, saying I had to sacrifice more. And they was going back and forth. Well, they let some heavy hitters. And Cody left his own too. He hung in there with him. Was listening stuff. But they both went smack dab for the throat. And seeing I kind of understand, brother. I kind of understand. It's just the way and why it broke my heart. It broke me. This and Cody stood tall. Styles about to pop in the face, but Cody Carter hit him with the crossroads and left Cena staring at the lights. Okay. So let's see how Cody has his next few weeks. So, because got 3 weeks left. So, see how this ends. New Day versus New Catch Republic. Tyler Bates back. And Pete looks angrier. He's like, damn it. Damn it. I was going for you to be by myself. Now Tyler's back. Please don't turn like that, bro. Please. But New Day won, pinning Pete. That stop was nasty. Extra nasty. And they want the tag title shot. The War Raiders answered by walking out there and said, okay, we'll see you guys when you see it. I smell a ladder match. Ladders. Gunther and Jimmy Uso. Gunther playing with his food. He kept power bombing and then pulled up at the 2. Playing with his food. He's playing with his food. He chokes at Jimmy Uso and he makes some sleepy poo. I can go for seconds. Jay tried to save his bro, but Gunther zip ties Jay to the rope and he makes his brother get witnessed an ass whooping of a lifetime. He beat the piss out of him, choking him out, making him leaking. And he choked him out in front of his brother. He said, do something about it, you pussy. I was like, damn, Gunther was straight pussy. I was like, damn, Gunther. My word, sir. Unbelievable. My word. Well, I didn't expect that kind of language, sir. We are a publicly traded company. Think of the children. God. No yeet. Yeah, definitely no yeet. Penta and Braun taking on Judgment Day. Finn and Dirty Dom. They get the win thanks to, I think Dom pushed Penta into Finn and boom! Braun spears Penta, but he was trying to spear Finn. And that makes their situation not good. And Finn takes advantage and they get the win for the team. Yay, for the Judgment Day. And Finn wants to go to IC title again, but Liv's like, Daddy Dom, you know you were the one that helped to orchestrate that win, right? If it wasn't for you pushing Penta into Finn, he would have got speared out the way. So you need to get your title match. You know what? I got you, Dirty Dom. I got you. I was like, good shit, Liv. That's got a lot of my mamacita. Yeah, yo, mamacita. That's on top of my mamacita. There you go. Chad's so sick, and El Grande Americano is gonna make his American debut in Minneapolis. Chaz's home city. Or home state. Home city? Whatever. He lived or lives there. Either or, he's going, the Grande Americano is going to make his debut in America. From the Gulf of America, my ass. Maxine and wants to get herself a tag title opportunity with Natty. Interesting. Interestingly blonde. Well, I got ideas. Give me a few days. Peta Pesta, bro. He's speaking in English and Spanish. Spanglish, bitch. He's doing both. So I'll get you, puta. I was like, what? It's like, I hope he ain't saying puta. AJ wait for 2 damn hours to wait for Logan Paul, but he calls him out. He wants to fight. But Logan Paul, you know how he is. He wants to fight when the big money is right. Wrestlemania. Well, AJ is on the way out. I'm not talking this WWE, but like wrestling in general, because now you gotta do with Logan Paul. I don't be cheering for AJ as hard as I ever levelly can, because goddamn, I already know what's gonna go down. But I'm gonna cheer for AJ's little Georgia heart out. Please, damn it. This should not be the match, but hey, it is what it is. And Lyra wants to prove herself. Speaking of, she wants to prove herself that she can beat Bayley, because she beat her last time non-title match. No, it was for the Elimination Chamber qualifier. That's what it was. And she's like, I can get my payback on her. So her and Bayley gonna be next week for the IC title. I'm like, okay, interesting, nice. Get your payback, Lyra. Go ahead. That's gonna be interesting because, you know, there was one moment where Lyra has a hard time getting a suplex up. So I'm very intrigued how that one goes down and all that ass. But let's see how that one goes. And then we get to the main event. Io Sky versus Rhea freaking Ripley for the women's title. And the EST is the referee. And all I could say was, I love that referee. And for the first time, and probably since he has been announced as the GM for Raw, thank you, Pierce. It's been a while we had to say thank you, Pierce, for this moment. Thank you, Pierce, for this. For making the EST ref. Thank you, sir. Both should try to make balance affair. Both ladies were not feeling like her extra aggressive style of taking her opponents off of each other in the corner, but is what it is. Bad things going smoothly. They're doing their second half, and Rhea kicks Bianca in the face, so she laid out, knocked out of the ring. Rhea hits the riptide, but Bianca comes in late. She's like, "What the hell are you doing out there?" Like, bitch, you just kicked me in the face. What the fuck? I gotta do that 1, 2. Dude, you hit me in the face. Like, what the hell? She's like, what the hell? You're supposed to count the 3. Like, you just kicked me. Oh, and then Rhea got pissed and slapped Bianca. I was like, oh, Rhea, you fucking up, girl. You messed up your title opportunity. Rhea turns around, ducks out the way, and Bianca eats the drop kick. Bow! From Io. I was like, damn. She rolls out the window. I'm like, damn. And you know what? She was like, enough is enough! Fuck that shit! Both y'all bitches DQ! Match is thrown out. I was like, damn. Man. I was like, I understand, baby. I understand. But I just want this thing to be over so you can be one-on-one moment. But, Rhea is apoplectic, goes ballistic, knocks both of them out, hit a riptide on Bianca, the big style, with some oomph onto that one. And Rhea goes out, and we go out with Rhea on top of everything. The way that it's just that this title sequence is going is just sloppy, more than anything, and not in terms of their coordination or anything. It's more like if you really think about it, let's money morning quarterback this. So yeah, Io and Rhea for the title. Alright, cool. ESC ringside. Rhea does not focus on her objective themselves or see ya Mania. Talk too much. You lost your opportunity. You pissed off. Why if it was only the first time, I'm glad Pierce for this. I know I said thank you to Pierce, but why he would make the ESC the guest ref if there's only the one time this occurred? Why they ain't just put Bianca in the bag so don't go out there? If you do, your match is fucked up or something like that. I don't know. Tell her you're banned from ringside, something like that, and then have the match end what it is. I don't know. The way I had to make it a 3-way is kind of wonky. That's the way of thinking. Like, now I'm saying beyond me upset because you got hit twice by both guys. Man, ain't Rhea hit you twice. Io, that was kind of accidental. Her momentum character and Rhea got away last second. Last second. Can't do anything about that one. But Rhea was out there just being aggressive. Jeez. Okay. The way it's just funky. I don't like the build for this women's title. It should have been Io and Bianca or Rhea and Bianca. Like it should have been originally. But either way, Rhea's going to insert herself because she has to say what happened last week. And Pierce is going to give it to her. And we're going to have a 3-way dance. Which as Jim Cornette would say, I haven't heard him in a while, but lazy booking. I mean, serious, lazy. You might as well should have just done some. You might as well could have. I don't know. It's a lot he could have done, but well, dude. Speaking of, let's move on to the next one. Last one topic. NXT. Oof, we get the alluring Stephanie Vaquer starting the show with Ava 2. Hi, Ava. She has to do the let go of the North American title because she's like, we can't do 2 title defenses. What's the point? This is the second time this shit has happened. This is deja vu with Keith Lee. Literally deja vu. The only difference is Stephanie is Stephanie and Keith is Keith. That's the only difference. Change the genders. That's crazy. But she said, I want to pick a opponent for Stand and Deliver. I'm like, alright. I want to hear who this opponent is. But Jordan Grace comes out and like, it makes her claim. Then Miss Parker come out and be like, hey, I make my claim too. You're the reason why I ain't win last week because you want to be distracting and shit. And they come out all fighting and the ladies, Jordan and Miss Parker fight. And then out of nowhere, goddamn, that dude took a bump. He got thrown. Oh, airmail to freaking just Parker at her feet. I was like, thank goodness Miss Parker was not right there because that would have hurt. Oh well. So we're gonna have qualifying matches for the North American title ladder match. Ooh, okay. So we can start with some strong girls going at it. Our Chocolate Flash legend taking on Zarya, who might be low key B tier. Not bad. It took me out of nowhere. And Headband Soul. Holy shit. I got Headband Cake and Soul with that. I was like, damn. I want that. I was like, damn. But good ass. That was a good ass freaking match. Last show, her own. And Zarya got the win, which I was a little mad at. But Lash, if we see you on roster soon, main roster soon, I will not be angry at that. So, yeah. Even more, he stands for Briggs against Tyson, Tyreek, and Wes. So they're going to have a 1v1 later. Well, yeah, later. Either later tonight. The family got research on Dark State. Of course, Deion Lance, you know. The other two, they football players. But the last one, Shane Sugars. I should have known this nigga was from my area neck of the woods. Because the way his ex was speaking dummy, he ain't say dummy. But he sound like he's from PG County. What the fuck? Yeah, I should have known, bro. He was from PG County. The way he was sounding, yo, he sound just like my old fucking teacher, bro. Especially when they let the nigga know I'm from PG County, nigga. I'll fuck you up. I should have known. But it's all good, brother. You rap the DMV well. Shout out to Brody. Shout out to Sugars. And Stacks, I guess he's a little fade to the Don because he's like, I'll come up with a plan. He's like, no, I come up with a plan because last time you came up with a plan, it didn't work out for us. So I got the plan. I'm like, okay. For some reason, Hank and Tank were wearing bralettes by Pretty Deli. And we got a Yes Boy NXT. Good thing they took the joints off because it did not look good on them. It was ew. And they got to do with Noah Quarter Cash Crew, who were the ones that told them, ew, they don't even look good on you guys. I was like, dang. Watch on their confidence. Jesus. But they had a cool little match. But Noah Quarter Cash Crew gets the win for the duo. So nice. At least Noah Quarter Cash Crew get a W. And Keith, I understand. As I say. Trick calls out Oba, wants the title. Javon comes out and interrupts. He called Trick mellow. I was like, ooh, that's not good. Oba comes out. And we three brothers. They argue with each other, begging with each other. And then Ava comes out. Comes over myself. And makes it a 3-way dance at Stand and Deliver. Close enough. Well, we added Javon to the mix. We here, Brody. We here. NXT is for ninjas, yo. NXT is for niggas, bro. What? I'm saying Oba and Trick 1v1, but add Javon in the mix, make it a 3-way dance, bro. I'm with it. I'm cool with that, dummy. What? Yeah, alright. We here. The 2020's been a year for niggas, bro. For WrestleMania main event, 2 C-Stars, Mercedes and Bianca now. Trick and Bella got the main event spot. Bella had 2 because he had one with Brian. And then now, 3-way dance. I love it. You gotta love it. But it was short-lived about this little announcement because Dark State comes and attack. They track Oba Javon first. Then we think Trick apart, but when Trick got in the ring, they surrounded Joe. He looked around like, shit, won't be knowing numbers. And then he just beat the piss out of Trick too. They baked Trick too. I was like, well, damn. I'm still putting the theory that Trick was behind us because they had to make it look good. Like, they being real good. Like, they had to make it look good. They want to get solved out quick. You know what I'm saying? They had to get figured out. You know, you got to make it look good. You got to act well to make it look like you're not a part of the crew or clique or anything. So, I'm still holding Jerry out. I'm holding her out. He's still part of it. But we're going to see how that one goes. Chase got Cack Wiz, but he gets friend help from Kalen Connor. So I'm like, oh, well, that's nice. Y'all a little too late for the university. Y'all about a good 8 months late being at university. Y'all have been perfect suits for Mr. Chase, but a little too late, mate. Jada and Jordan still fighting. They got a match next week. Well, next Tuesday. So like, ooh, Miss Parker. I know it's gonna happen, but this is a new match. I didn't expect Jordan and Jada Parker. I'm intrigued. Ask Frazier, give prep talk to Hank and Tank. But meet the team of Swipe Right, who, I don't know the one dude, but he saw Roxanne, and he had good taste. He said, ooh, there's a lot of potential in NXT. A lot. I was like, But we have Roxanne taking on Kaylani Jordan. Ooh, I was front row in this one. This was match of the night to me. I was very intrigued this one. And shocked at the end. And Kaylani pins Roxanne. Okay, Kaylani. Good shit, Rox. It was a great match. It was a great match, but good shit. I like it. I'm in the cookout shot. You cutting the cookout shot. I see you in Mercedes too. Ooh, baby. I need that one too. Me personally, I want a three-way, but I want a three-way with me in it. But we can do 1v1 either way. I need that in my life too. At main event time, Shawn Spears and Ricky Saints for the NA title. Why they start the match with Tony Fumble? That's crazy. That is crazy. It was a cool little match. Saints took out all three of the culling by his damn self. Real shit. Except Izzy, because, can't hit a bruh. But, Saints, Spears. I was about to tongue twist myself. Saints, Spears. And hits him with the bro Shambo. And the 1, 2, 3 and go home for the win. I was tongue twisting myself. And after he won, Eel comes out of nowhere, twist the fate, the soul out of him. And yeah, I'm still here, dummy. So I guess Saints became the fastest man from outside of promotion to win a title, being Eagles' time. Especially how all AEW ended the show. All former AEW guys. Ray was down there day one, damn near. Eagle, he came 21. And Spears, I think it was day one too. He was there day one. Because he was the Pinnacle and shit. But damn, he got this title 1 month and said, yeah, you're done. At least he got something. It's better than nothing, Sean. I thought it was going to at least to the pay-per-view. They was like, nah. I was like, nah. I think he got one defense, maybe. No, I don't even think he got a defense. I don't know. Well, at least you got your family, so. And the name is convincing to give you more opportunities. But wow. Surprise. Reverse. Nah, we're done. Alright, we're done with this one. We got about an hour and a half. It was cool. A lot of weird shit happened in the wrestling business. A lot of weird stuff happens. And I look at the wrestling business, some of the regular work. It's not about what you know. It's about who you know. And who you know and how you know them can impact how your future goes. And how big of an impact of a mentee or mentor they can be to you or to them. So, if you want to take something from the wrestling business and apply to real life, or real life and apply to business, if you feel something weird about it, kick out at 2. Yes, kick out at 2. Always. You can kick out at 2. And if you can't kick out at 2, well, at least lick their finger or something. Lick their hand if you want to. If they got a submission on you, lick their hand, be like, ugh, you nasty. make them feel weird that you did that to them. Make them feel weird. Because that's all it is but some weird guys and gals. But either way, we have a lot to talk about. Next week is going to be a lot because we have pay-per-view and we're going to Dynamite after the pay-per-view. Damn, this feel just like the Summerfest. Real shit. This was like the Summerfest. Dynasty is their Summerfest. We just now realizing now. Either way, I'll be there. We'll talk about national championship and all types of things. And be well, stay safe, survive in advance, and let me have this next dance.